Registered criminal charges against Kayanja and one Marvin Mukasa and Clinton Jones, an American who is promoting impure drugs here at Chiburi police. Their file is ready. We will leave the other sanctions to be preferred by police working with our technical team.
Hello, my name is Robert Kayanja, a pastor and a farmer. I know by now you are aware that there have been both on the internet and print media, news media, concerning a product called Tick-Off, and the report that came out of National Drug Authority. I'm here to clarify on few issues that I believe are of a great importance. But first, I want to give you the genesis of where we've reached here. That we all know the problem of ticks in Uganda, and I've been a farmer for now several years, and we've lost a lot of animals to ticks. According to National Drug Authority officials, Dr. Jane told me that Uganda loses 30% of our calves to tick-borne diseases. That is alarming. In the next 10 years, if we go on this trend, we'll have no cows. The problem of ticks is not a one person's problem to solve. It is a national and now a regional problem. So our farmers, our members in the church, we decided to try to find our local remedy, because most of the time the problem we have are locally grown and can be locally solved. So we landed on something organic which began to bear results in what we were doing. And we improved and we improved. We tested it on our farms and we saw good results. As we were doing that, the people who visited our farm, they said, wow, this is good. On the 31st of January, 31st December of 2022, we had a large gathering of people who came here. And the number one prayer request was not cars, was not what, was ticks. We are losing cows, we are losing ticks. Among the people who have owned cows, I mean, you can't miss 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5 without hearing a story a day that I've lost my calf. I've lost my cow. And so I said, why do I pray for people? Why do I pray for ticks to go? When I have something that I know is working, maybe the people can try it as I've tried mine. We are on record. I said, we have something organic. It is for free. Come pick a sample, use it, but bring us the data so that we can see what's happening. Because ticks are different. There are dog ticks, there are these Barabara, ticks are different, so it may work on one and then the other one. So, and the people begin to bring great reports. And I think even National Drug Authority was told about it. So I think it was in the second week of January, National Drug Authority came, if not the third. They came. They said, we want to see you. They were not on program. We allowed them. They came. We had a great discussion. In fact, I told them, I said, now you've woken up. Where have you been? They said, we are always there. I said, me, I knew the human drug side, but not the animal fat drugs. They said, we are the same people. I said, no problem. So at the end of it, they said, you know, when we go, Pastor, when you use the product to the people without authorization, that product is not viable. I mean, it's viable, but it's not authenticated. So what we ask you, whatever you had given it, stop using it until we verify and it goes through the proper channels. We agreed. They said, we'd like to meet your scientists and everybody else. I said, no problem, but we just come out of Christmas. You'll be able to see them. Those will be around. So we scheduled the following week, another meeting. But on that day, what shocked me was they were asking first question, what is in the product? What is in the product? We said, no, we cannot give you what is in the product. It is our intellectual property, but we will, as we go on, we sign memorandum of understanding, non-disclosure agreement, then we can be able to elaborate. So they left. They took the remaining samples, which was here. We had no problem with it. There was no scuffle. They signed for it. They left a receipt. We will keep it until you are cleared. They came back the following day. They were supposed to meet some of our people who were in the lab developing this. But because one of them was out of the country, another one was still in our country. So what happened was now we are approaching the end of the month of January. Now, when they came the first time, they saw us the procedure of what we need to do. And one of it, something that we needed to do, is the data correction. He said, you can't correct your own data. Someone else independent must correct your data. So you need to have an independent company to correct your data. Otherwise, you may, mark yourself 100% when you've received 10%. That was very logical. We agreed. So we sat with the people, and I said, I think the neutral ground to take on this and go in the community, they have the manpower, they have the technical, how they do the science, is Makerere University. So we wrote a letter to Makerere. And the letter was requesting to conduct a comprehensive scientific evaluation of our product, Takeoff. We wrote this letter on the 19th of January. Today is 7th. Yesterday was 6th. But the letter is written on the 19th of January. On the 20th of January, Makerere University replies to us. And it's a scientific evaluation of a product called Takeoff. He said, this is to confirm that a meeting of key scientists involved in the CIN network and at the Center of Biosecurity and Global Health will take place on the 24th January 2023 to consider your request and to plan for the next course of action. To invite you and with your team of researchers for a meeting scheduled on Friday 27th January 2023 at the conference room of the Center for Biosecurity and Global Health, Veterinary College, Makerere University. They told us the meeting will start at 12 noon up to 1 p.m. So it was the first meeting. So it was not going to be a long meeting. But because of so many mitigating factors, we ended up going for 4.5 hours, covering every area. Even the point of saying, we cannot disclose what we have until we have the following things. Number one, until we have a memorandum of understanding, the work plan, as well as the non-disclosure agreement. So by the time we finish, here's the minutes of that meeting on the 27th. And among the people who attended that meeting on the 27th, there was Dr. Pamela Aboyo. I'm sorry for using her name, but because these people have come up and said, we've not been connecting to Makerere, they don't know us, you know, and National Drug Authority, we cut communication. She was in the meeting, Dr. Pamela Aboyo, in the meeting of the 27th January 2023 at Makerere University. If they didn't know about us and what we do, what was she doing there? We didn't invite her, we didn't take her, we found her there. And we agreed that both lawyers of the company that produced, which is called CPM Wave Organics Limited, which is responsible for takeoff, their lawyer and the lawyer of Makerere University will draft both the documents, and they will share it, and we will share it, and then we sign a memorandum. Remember the dates is Friday, 27th January. We had already talked to National Betting on the dates to meet. They insisted we meet on Tuesday, the 30th, or the 31st, Wednesday. I expressed to them before they left that those days are too busy for me. It's the beginning of the new year. As a head of the ministry, I'm needed in so many meetings. We are building budgets. We are laying down strategies. We have a delegation from South Sudan, from Kenya, from Northern Uganda, from Karamoja. That whole week's 2 weeks, end of January, in February, will be difficult for me to attend the meeting. And some of the people are just flying back in the country. They're gone for the holidays. So we said it will be difficult. But let's see whether we can have the meeting. So Monday evening, I called Dr. Jen. I said, Doctor, tomorrow we can't meet. She had wanted us to go and meet the entire executive of National Drug Authority. And we said on Tuesday, we said, no, it can't. She said, what about tomorrow? I said, even tomorrow, it will be difficult. But let's see if Friday or Saturday, not Friday, Thursday or Friday, and on Monday, can we push it? She said, no, we can't push it. This thing is very urgent. We need to do ABCD. I said, well, I'll call you. So Tuesday came, Wednesday came. Thursday, I called her, or she called me. And I said, you know, doctor, she said, Pastor, can you come? I said, I cannot come. She said, it's important that you come. I said, I can't come today because of 1 or 2, 3 things. Number one, I'm running a funeral of one of our senior elders has passed. The family has come from overseas. I'm the one conducting the funeral service. And secondly, I have a delegation from Kenya. I have a delegation from South Sudan. They are here. I cannot come. She said, what about tomorrow? I said, I cannot come Friday, but I'm willing to come on Saturday. And she said, no, we don't work on Saturday. That was last week. That was last week when someone said he cut off the communication. When last week we were talking. That's a lie. Then Monday came, Tuesday, we saw them here with the camera people, police, having a press conference in our compound. Now, also, he wrote and said we denied, we refused to give them what was in our product. No one gives you his intellectual property. On the first day of the meeting, you've come, you've identified yourself, they asked the same thing. That was the only thing they were interested in. What is in the product? What is in the product? What's it? For us, we said, okay, what is the process? We are not going to give you what someone worked for years. We give it to you like this. There has to be a procedure. Lawyers of National Drug Authority, our lawyers, must be able to agree, and then we said, we are handing over our findings to you, and this is the person. So, she said, we have found something dangerous in your product. I said, okay. You should come and see. I said, I'll come. I'll come and see. But right now, I am busy. So Tuesday he came with everything, and he started broadcasting and holding press conferences. And I believe, to me, that is misbehaving. You don't walk into, no matter who you are, whether you are president or anybody, you can't walk into somebody's property and with camera people and you start broadcasting from there. That is unethical. Number two, if he had come, had he come to broadcast from here, that was the purpose, or he had come here purposely to either to see me or to talk to me, I don't know. During the course of the event, he packed his bags, and I mean, there are cameras and everything, and they took off. He didn't talk to anybody. An hour later, we are seeing his tweeting. He said, technically, what he accused me is terrorism. And that's how our lawyers are taking it. That we produce a product to kill Uganda's property and the lives of people. And so that's why we decided to file for criminal charges and also take them to court for defamation. Because the press release, all of it is about Pastor Kayanja, not about the product. Everything is about Pastor Kayanja. Thirdly, I want to assure Ugandans that we did not put any chemicals in the product. Our product is 100% organic. I said it on the 31st, that if anybody has a problem with ticks, he can come and use the product. And it's organic. Point number two, we did not sell the product. I told on the 31st everybody, it is for free. And none of the people we have given our product that we have charged money. Because at the end of his press release, he he clearly stated that we were taking advantage of poor farmers. From last week on to yesterday, knowing very well, as I've shared with you, that definitely when you go to any National Drug Authority, they are not going there to do your preliminaries. You must have your science together. Their work is to study what you've done. Their work is to approve what you have done. But you must have all your works together. That's why we opted to go to Makerere University to do the scientific evaluation. We are not yet signed a memorandum of understanding. We have not even started the work. They haven't even received our product. So, lastly, in our product, he accused and stated we use mukene. Let me assure Uganda, we have no mukene in our product. I don't know what lab where he took the products, and the lab told him there is a mukene here. We have no mukene in our product. Our product is organic, and we insist that every component there is derived from an organic item or items. Lastly, I've been involved in Uganda for 40 years, whether in Karamoja, whether COVID, whether food, taking food to South Sudan, or helping people in the community. We are not criminal. We are not terrorists. We cannot produce a product that will hurt Ugandans. They told me on Thursday that our product had some dangerous chemicals. I have not seen the report, the analytical laboratory report, even up to today. And I don't know whether you members of the press, you have received the report. So I take NDA and Mr. Abiyaza on a task to release that report, because Ugandans, there are so many vets and scientists, so that they can also look at the report and evaluate and see what their findings are. So, therefore, I wanted to comfort Ugandans. We are not criminal. We have never been. We landed on something that is seemingly to be working on ticks. And now we are on to the scientific language of what we discovered. And in my opinion, I would think that because we have been having a relationship with the National Drug Authority, they have been here, they have taken pictures with us, they have come here twice. We are going to start going to their office. What was the rush of making the press conference? And if the product had a problem, why Pastor Kayanja, Pastor Kayanja, Pastor Kayanja, Pastor Kayanja, Pastor Kayanja? Lastly, I want to encourage every innovator in this country. Drugs, TVs, radios, everything we use today, someone had to really go at work and develop something. I cannot guarantee that you will not be smeared, attacked, abused, called on everything. But if you give up, where will we be? I believe the problems of Africa are going to be solved by some Africans. And we need serious people to really do so. There are people who have come out with products. We look at Covidex. It really saved the lives of people. But the journey wasn't easy. So all of you out there, don't hear the news and you are discouraged. And they said, what if it happens to me? What if this happened to me? But I believe, and it's my prayer, that one day, our animals will be free from ticks. I think he came late. Like I stated, the problem of ticks in Uganda is bothering everybody, and everyone is trying to do their level best. If you go to any farm, any local herdsman, they're trying their level best to fight these ticks. So the issue is now in people's hands, because what they've used has not been working. And Ugandans can agree with that. We have a problem of ticks. Now, so we were, and we've been having the same problem. So we started developing something. As I told you, on the 31st, people asked, Musumba, we prayed for COVID, it went. We prayed for this. This year, pray for ticks, because these ticks are like demons, they don't go. We've tried everything, it does not go, and this is what is happening in the country. So I said, why should I pray on something that I have something in my house that is working? seemingly to be working. Why don't I share it with my neighbor for free? So I asked the people, whoever wants can come and pick up a sample, go use it, and give us the data, whether it's working or not. The result was amazing. People were coming. I'm answering the same question of someone who said, have you used it, or have you seen some people, or do you have some people? And that's the data we were gathering at that stage. Then National Drug Authority came in the second week of January. So you could see the period we've been having is within 30 days. Within 30 days of our relationship. Okay? So when they claim that we cut off communication, I don't understand what they're saying. Secondly, I think you had come late. I'd shown our communication with Makerere University, and the letters are here. So we were about to go in signing the memorandum of understanding. Then we will be able to turn on our science and our findings and our data, our everything, so that they do the scientific evaluation, which National Drug Authority wanted. Now, before they even sign off, before we even have our meeting, they're having a press conference. We have found this and this and this and that. What is the source of it? We have added, in fact, they said, the real statement, the product we have has been contaminated. If you read very well what they say. He said there is a product here, but someone contaminated it. In other words, the chemicals are foreign of the product. That they have detected a foreign, somebody had to put something in there in what they claim. And that thing which is organic is mokene. If I understood what the statement was. Which we refute, because everything in our product is from that organic source. But they wanted us to give them what is in the product. And we say we can't. That one we can't until proper procedures are done. So to answer your question, whether we will ever share, yes, NDA is the National Drug Authority. You come all the way you've come, you reach the stage of approval, you have to share, but under proper procedure. Not under threat and demand. Give us this. What is in your product? We can't. It's the same thing when we had a meeting with Makerere University. The professors were there, brilliant men and women, for 4.5 hours. And that's what we agreed in the meeting. I've shown you the minutes of our meeting, that we're going to start with this and this and this. Now, for NDA, we're supposed to even have a meeting. If we had cut off communication, I believe, a proper procedure, they would have written a formal letter. And I said, we've been trying to communicate to you. You're not either picking up our phone or doing this. But we want you in the meeting because something terrible has come up with your product. We want you on Thursday. And they give you a date, like Makerere has been communicating. We have no letter of NDA. So for us, we are saying, why jump the queue and start having communications? You've taken our product. You don't even know what we have. We handed you over 70-something packages amicably because you said, okay, stop giving it out, stop using it. Now let's start proper procedures. We agreed. We are working with you. We've communicated and working with a very reliable, credible organization for Makerere University. We started our relationship so that we can go on and reveal what we have discovered or what we have seen. So, secondly, where I find it very disturbing, this is science. You can't fight Boto in the public arena. You have to go into the lab. Probably even you write to us, you say, this is what we found. Could you explain? Bring the people who are there. And then we either refute your findings, and we say, let's subject your finding and our findings to another lab. So by running to the media, and then your statement, the whole statement, press release, Pastor Kayanja, Pastor Kayanja, Pastor Kayanja, Pastor Kayanja, what are you achieving? So, to me, that's where I found it very disturbing. But today, I wanted to assure Ugandans, number one, we are not criminals. We have never done anything or given anything to kill people. Number three, we have a track record on many things we've done in this country. Number three, take off. We've never sold it to anyone. It wasn't to fleece Ugandans or even take money from poor farmers. So that's why our lawyers have looked at some things which are criminal, some things that are legal, and we'll take it from there. But I wanted to encourage you, because such things, if they happen to one person of COVID, it happens again to another person. People will quit on innovation, or even on working or developing anything which might be of good use and good help to the people. We are taking to court the PR, because the one who spoke, whatever he spoke, whether NDA authorized him to say what he said, and NDA as well. Because whatever was said was, it took everybody like a storm. And they have an office where they would have gone and held their press conference somewhere. Not to hold the press conference here and release information. You know, it's defaming a person, defaming the church as well. Because now whatever is going outside, he said, we're manufacturing it at Miracle Center. We don't have a lab here. We don't have a factory here that manufactures tea. This was not designed to either protect the people of Uganda, because takeoff had not even reached over 150 people. Not even 100 samples had been given out. So to alarm a whole country as though, and yet we have got drugs that have failed on the market. And Ugandans don't even know what it is. They are using it. And then you. So if I don't return your call in 2 days, does that call that have cut off communication? So me, I'm encouraging Ugandans, continue innovating, continue finding solutions for this country. We cannot continue depending on someone else's solution somewhere. Did they see them seizing anything? I've laid a very good journey, roadmap. From 31st, I announced, we brought the products and we put it at reception. Whoever has a problem of ticks, come and pick. They too came. Dr. Jean picked up a package to use on I don't know whether on her animals or whatever. She took it. But that day while we were talking with them, they said, Pastor, this is a procedure we need to take. Now, this product, we don't know what it is. So whatever is remaining, don't continue using it or giving it out. Let's take it. We even have a receipt where they signed. So when you see something, do you sign receipts that have taken this and this and that? It's another thing people to say something, but people need to learn to tell the truth. There is call me somebody. They will give you the receipt where they signed. And they counted the packages they took. Is that seizure? That we came, we seized? No. In one of their communication here, Makerere Gamba, Bemuba Mujja, Mujene following. Bemuba Mujja, these letters I'm going to give you, sorry, these are between parties, but this has become public now. Makerere says, if you are coming, come with the following. So, when someone says, we seized, the thing was here, people were taking it. And they were given instruction, when you do, use it like this and this and this and that. Spray your cows and see whether you have results. Take a picture before, take a picture. So, to me, I think it's unfortunate, and Mr. Bias, to release the analytical laboratory report to the media houses, to everybody, and to the scientists in Uganda and abroad, so that they can look at what they found, because we don't have it. They're the one who have it. They're the one who claim it has this and this and that. And then they also explain to us, where did Mukene came from into our product? Because I can assure you, our product is organic, it doesn't have Mukene.